Greetings everyone, today I'm gonna be reviewing the Neca Godzilla 1962, or commonly known as KingGoji. Now ladies and gentlemen, hold your breath because I present you the first Godzilla fought Kong for the first time. Or like some posters will say, the most colossal conflict the screen has ever knew. So besides complaining about how we had to wait like more than a decade so we can have a sequel of this foolish but actually interesting movie, let me just start to say that the figure actually portrays the suit really nicely. I'm not gonna say that it's 100% accurate because in some poses, if I compare it to some of the images from the movie, I can see that the head's kind of bigger or kind of different. Trying to look at it from different ways, I can say that maybe the body is kind of small or the head's too big. Either way, or maybe I'm kind of looking too much at the SH Monster one, which has a smaller head. But I mean, I'm not trying to talk about accuracy, I'm actually trying to talk about how good this figure looks. Like I said in my previous review, this is my second NECA figure, which I love. And even though this figure came before the one that I first reviewed, the NECA Godzilla 1989, this figure looks better actually than that one. I'm saying this because all the sculpt or the scales that Godzilla normally has in all over his skin, it's more noticeable. Even when you touch it, like you can feel the roughness of this dude. Like it's not equally as the other one. It's more rough. And like in the other figure, I think the mouth and the teeth are kind of incredible paint and sculpted. I have to apologize again because I think from my previous review, I'll get like a better light so so the figure can be more clear. But at the same time, it kind of still like looks bad from my camera angles. However, there's one issue that I don't really like about it, and it's about the mouth. You see, when you look at it a little bit good, you see that something's off about it. If you open it, you don't see it very clear. But yes, the jaw for some reason is kind of crooked, and it's this side that's why it's crooked. If you look at it here, it's different from each side. Wait, it looks different from each side, and for some reason, looks like the mouth is more going down from this side than from this side. Not sure if that's how like NECA did it on purpose, or that's actually just my figure in particular that happened. It's kind of a bad thing to say about. I mean, it's so minuscular that you don't really see it, and if you really pose it in the different angles, you can't even tell that the mouth is a malfunction. So I can let it slide because it doesn't really bother me that much. And the paint is also really good, really nice. We can see again another example that I was saying on my previous review, which was the dorsal plate looks incredible, not comparing to the other ones the NECA issued before. Which mine though, I said before that they were really bad, but I will say that was a little bit wrong to say because they were not bad, but compared to this one and my other figure, I think they look good. And you can see that this figure is all covered with a greenish, darkish tone like my other figure, which is not bad. But like I remember that most of the Godzillas were mostly black charcoal or like a grayish. And then the only design that was completely green was the Millennium, one of the Millennium ones. I don't remember which one, but I think I'll pop it up. And I know I was a little bit late to say this, but I will say that the eyes are really also nice. They're a yellowish, darkish thing, which here you can see it better. And let me just say that the nails are totally completely different from my other one that I said before that they were not painted, that mostly they were not really painted down here, or some of them were like paint chip, which of course this is like my figure. I got this figure like I think 2 to 3 weeks ago, so almost a month. So I haven't been that rough, or it's actually this paint's more durable. Even on the down of the figure, it's really painted. However, despite that, I will say that the both the claws of the fingers, I mean of the hands and the feet, are kind of like painted so awkwardly. Like they were just painting and that's it, not detail at all. So, but overall, I think the sculpting painting are really good, even compared to my other figure, which is kind of awkward because this figure came before the Godzilla 1989, so it's kind of awkward position that's saying that before was better. Now, before going to articulation, I would just wanted to say that be comparing to actual to the my other figure, I actually got this figure in a better price, and I actually got it in the original price that this one got. And again, this is awkward because my other first figure, NECA figure, was the last one that it came out, and I had to buy it for almost $50, like more than originally was. And I bought this one from his original, and it's interesting because this one came before the other one, because I actually had to like spend just $30 for him. No, I'm saying it's better than what I bought for the other one. So I mean, that's why I think I kind of like this one more price wise though, because if we talk about articulation, well, first and foremost, we have the head, which is on a hinge. Like I said, this malfunction hinge. Yeah, you can see kind of the awkwardness. The head, it's plugged in a ball joint, which is still kind of weird. It's still kind of rough for some reason, I don't know why. But yeah, it can go like that and like that. This part over here, it's on a ball joint too. Alright, this part right here is also in a ball joint, which is more helpful, so he can go really up, which is, I didn't expect that, and I like it, but it still looks kind of weird. And this doesn't help the fact that he looks like a frog, so yeah. So the main body, again, it's in a ball joint, and yeah, most of the NECA figures gonna be almost technically the same articulation, so yeah. But interestingly enough, this figure has actually a ball joint in the arms, not a hinge and a rotation like the other figure. But he does come with a hinge and a rotation, which is still kind of hard in my, I don't know why. The hand is also in a hinge, and of course rotation. Now the legs are also in a ball joint, and this one, it's more easier to use the hinge on the hips and kind of rotation too, but the sculpt is kind of interfering. Here we have also a ball joint, we can rotate it too. Now here we have the tail, which this is kind of a dark gray for me because it's not a bad tail. We have ball joint here, another 1, 3, 4, and 5 ball joint segments, which for being so limited of ball joints is still pretty good so far. It does feel, some of the poses do feel natural, but it's more like awkward than the other one. Like, I don't know, like it's more fun to play with around with the other one, but with this one, meh. However, something that this one does well rather than the other one is that the tail is not that heavy. It's not that heavy, and you can even put him in some like dynamic poses. You can pose him something like this, like leaning forward, and even like on a sumo pose. There we go. Overall, the articulation, it's actually good. I would say not as good as the other one, which is something kind of interesting to say, because most of the time I could say that I was having more fun with this one than the other one. For some reason, I kind of am between this one or the other one. I'm not sure actually, in articulation standards. Now for accessories, he's kind of limited too as my previous one, which of course he has his amazing box, which I could say this trending of having really cool boxes like for displaying or something like this, actually something that I really would like. And of course he also comes with a beam effect. which I'm aware that this one is actually a reissue of the Godzilla 1954 breath effect, which is interesting enough because this one also is not accurate to Godzilla's bluish thing. But either way, Godzilla has a thing in his mouth that, like a small hole that if you put it in here, it attaches. And it doesn't look bad. Now, compared to the other one, because of the ball joints here, you can actually make him spit it a little bit up. However, because of the weight of the atomic breath, it's gonna make lose this ball joint here. Yeah, it doesn't really want to be too up, so it's gonna be really hard without like a stand or something. Even though I think it was kind of my fault, because when I opened this dude, I actually heated up really fast, so he actually got pretty loose. But it's still kind of good, great feature that most Godzilla figures should have, at least an accessory like this. So overall, for being a figure that came before my previous figure, it's actually a better one actually. I think it's, interestingly enough, it has really nice details, a really good paint job, and even some great articulation too. And just to not forget about it, I'm just gonna show you the size, which is between the 6 inches. So again, here is him as I with my other figure, the Godzilla 1989, which of course I think you already saw him a lot throughout this video, so get out of here. So yeah, I think that's it, and I will say that I will actually recommend him if you actually find him in his original price. So again, I hope you liked the video, and just apologize again for any unprofessional things to say, because of course I have no idea what I'm doing sometimes, but I guess I'm having fun.